I overcame depression with carnivore diet, and for the first time in 200 plus days, my depression came back. Did I stick to carnivore on the cruise? Will I ever cruise again?
Excuse me? For you. Thank you. I appreciate your hard work. Have a great day.
Beep! Carrie here, back. Healing humanity, the power of a proper human diet. Just finished up a 7-day cruise with the family, and I want to talk about it. Can carnivores cruise? Did I stick to carnivore on the cruise? Will I ever cruise again? Talk about that in today's episode. Plus, one of the big reasons I do these videos is, God willing, if I live to be an old man, 90 years old, I'm going to look back on these family adventures. Nothing's more important than family, with a big smile on my face. So I wanted to share some of that with you. We had a great cruise. So some of this is just family vlog and fun on a cruise. See what it's like to be a carnivore on a cruise. I got a lot of video and shots of the food I was eating. And I want to answer the question, can carnivores cruise? I'm so grateful, so blessed, so thankful. I had a great time, good family time with the girls, long overdue. We haven't been on a family vacation in over 10 years. Huge thank you to my cousin who's watching the homestead with his wife and watching all of our dogs and animals and everything like that. The cruise. A lot of people are going to be watching this. Did he stick to carnivore on the cruise? I want to talk about all of that. I guess the answer is yes and no. I feel like on the cruise, I couldn't have done a better job than I did in terms of picking the foods to eat. We'll get into that a little bit more in a second. Just for those of you that are new here, my name's Carrie. I'm a carnivore. I've been carnivore for 270 days. I've eaten nothing but meat, beef, butter, bacon, eggs, a little bit of fish and chicken here or there for 260 days. I haven't had one vegetable, haven't had one piece of fruit, haven't had any candy, sugar, no rice, no carbs, nothing. It's completely changed my life. I'm down over 100 pounds since my heaviest. I lost some of that on keto, most of it on carnivore. I don't care about the weight. I overcame clinical depression that I had for over 10 years, horrible anxiety. I was diagnosed with IBS, that's gone. Sleep apnea, that is gone. No longer need a CPAP machine. Arthritis in my foot is gone. Carnivore has changed my life forever. And I'm on a journey. I'm on a mission now. I'm doing a documentary called Healing Humanity, The Power of the Proper Human Diet. And we've been filming all over the world, in Canada, Alaska. 6 minutes away now.
Right in between them.
How about that, man?
And documenting the stories of people doing the proper human diet, just like I am, and having incredible, amazing results. If you want to learn more about that, there's a link in the description. We're still fundraising for that, and we need all the help we can get there. We've filmed so many amazing stories already, but we have more to film. I can't wait to get back and continue that process. So this cruise, we booked this before I became carnivore. I think we booked it like a year ago, and we haven't been on vacation in 10 years. Jen and I, my wife, we've been together since we're 14. We were actually engaged on a cruise ship, and we got married while on a cruise, and we renewed our vows while on a cruise, but we haven't been on one in like 10 years. So cruising has always been kind of close to us. We've always loved it, but that was my former pre-carnivore self. And if I'm being perfectly honest, the reason I loved cruising was the food. It fulfilled my addiction. It was like an alcoholic going to an all-you-can-drink bar for a week. All the food you can eat, and really good food, high-quality food, but you end up eating a bunch of carbs and junk and bread and pasta and desserts. And that's what I did in the past. And I guess the title of this video was Carnivores Can't Cruise, Can Carnivores Cruise? I'm struggling with this. I've got some friends, G and Frederick, shout out. They cruise a lot and they're very successful. I think one of the things that works for them is they're a team. There's two of them that are strict carnivore. So they're able to kind of support each other a little bit more. My wife, Jen, she was doing keto, and my daughter, Emma, and Alyssa were both carnivore with me. All of my daughters have been carnivore on and off, and they keep fluctuating. Emma's been the strictest carnivore. Alyssa was leading into the cruise, but she said to me, Dad, when I'm going on this cruise, I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to eat, and I'm not going to do carnivore the entire time. And she's 16. I'm not pushing them. Everyone leaves me comments, oh, you're making them do this, you're making them do that. I'm not making them do anything. At 16, they're not quite adults, but I believe they're... I just keep telling them your life is a result of the decisions you make. You can decide to do what you want. And I told them for this week on this cruise, I'm going to chill on the carnivore. I've been going overboard on carnivore. It's non-stop carnivore videos. And they hear it every single day. They see it on me watching YouTube every single day. So I said I was going to give them a break, and I did. I said, you guys do what you want, have a good time, make your own decisions. You know what I think, and you know what I'm going to be doing. I had a rough time, very rough time, but I put on a happy face, and I had let's go with the positives first. Great family time with Jen and the girls that was well needed. We did this painting thing together. We had this painting class. It was really fun. We went on excursions. We ate breakfast and dinner every single day together as a family, which we haven't done in a long time. We got to see some just amazing, beautiful things. One day we saw a full rainbow outside the cruise ship. I got some pictures of that I'll show you. I actually got a time lapse of it that was pretty incredible. The ocean's just beautiful. When you look around and see a rainbow, and you look around and you see the ocean and the beauty of all of this, when you have a child, when you bring a baby into the world, I don't know how people can look at those things and not realize or understand that there is something so much bigger and greater behind all of that. Truly blessed, truly thankful. And I don't want to sound ungrateful with this, because it was a huge blessing that I was able to go on this cruise and this vacation. But it wasn't for me. I feel like I was the designated driver, like, hey, I'll drive, you guys go have a good time. But instead of just my family of 5, others, 6 total with myself, having a good time for a week. Thousands of people just gorging and stuffing their face full of food. And man, I've never seen, like, with what I know now about food and with what I know now about chronic inflammation leading to not just diabetes, not just heart disease, not just strokes, not just depression, but chronic inflammation, you do it for long enough, you can end up with cancer. Professor Seifried says cancer is caused by damage to the mitochondria, most often from chronic inflammation. Nobody's worried about chronic inflammation, and nobody on the cruise ship except me was worried about chronic inflammation. They're all having a good time and doing their own thing, and that's fine. People can do whatever they want. I'm not trying to judge people. I think I'm more so judging my former self because I was one of those people. But it was just kind of sad to see so many mobility scooters and so many canes and young people on these scooters and aches and pains and ailments and issues and people just shuffling around, their plates just completely overloaded, just seeking out this temporary pleasure in their mouth eating this food that I know in my head, every time I see the big plate full of food, I'm like, that's not going to end well. That's not, you're going to go back to your room and you're going to have stomach issues. And you're going to say, oh, do I got IBS? I should go see the doctor. Oh, am I snoring all night? Why am I not sleeping well? Oh, why do I have anxiety and depression? Why do I have all these aches and pains and ailments and issues? Well, you're slowly poisoning your body. You're putting in highly inflammatory foods. Of course, your body's going to become inflamed. When you have that inflammation, it causes all sorts of downstream issues. But people are just in it for that temporary fix because it's an addiction. Sugar is an addictive drug that we've normalized, and I've normalized. I used to do keto and try to moderate. How can you moderate an addictive drug? If I was an alcoholic my entire life and I overcame alcoholism and I quit and my life was improved forever, I wouldn't moderately have alcohol anymore. So it was really lonely. Again, I hate doing this video because people would be like, oh, he had to go on a cruise, he was lonely. But I got to speak the truth. For me, it was really kind of lonely and isolating being the one odd person out. I'm happy to do it because as a carnivore, kind of a weird person, but it was overwhelming. Thousands of people just eating. And I'm doing this documentary called Healing Humanity. I'm like, man, we got a lot of work to do. But then I realized there are so many hopeless people out there. And so many people on that cruise ship are hopeless as well. They're getting a temporary little escape or reprieve, and then they're going to go back home and they're going to be like, I got to go on a diet now. I got to do this. Or why does my stomach hurt all the time? Why do I have IBS? Why am I depressed all the time? Why am I anxious? Why does everyone around me have heart disease and that's normalized now? Doing this documentary for everyone, for humanity, but the main focus is for those that are hopeless. There's a lot of hopeless people out there. What else happened? Well, so you get to the point. Did you cheat? No, I didn't cheat. I don't cheat on Carnivore. And I'm not shaming anyone that's cheated on Carnivore. I did keto for 10 years and I cheated 10,000 times. I can't cheat anymore on Carnivore. I did the best I think that anyone could do given the circumstances on the ship. I didn't have any bread. I didn't have any sugar. I didn't have any candy. I didn't have any ice cream. I just had meat. I had bacon and eggs every single day, fried eggs or an omelet and bacon every single day. I had meat. I tried to get it from the carving station every day. They normally had a carving station, not every single day, but a lot of times. Like the first day we were there, they had a big roast beef, big, huge chunk of meat, and they were carving the meat right off of it. And I was getting the pieces in on the inside. I didn't have any seasoning or anything on it. Lots of ribeyes. There's a specialty restaurant I ate at, so I don't think I could have done better in terms of food selection. I didn't have anything breaded. I didn't have anything off. I did have a couple of things that had some spices on it, which I haven't had on Carnivore. I've only had salt for 260 days. I don't put pepper. I don't put any garlic or anything. I don't do any sauces or spices. And there was some chicken I had one day that had some pepper on it, but I pulled the skin off, which normally I like to eat the skin, but it was just, I didn't know what was on it. And so I got a little bit of that. But around day 3 or 4, I started feeling horrible. I started feeling like my former pre-carnivore self. My back pain that I haven't experienced in 200 plus days came back. My elbows started to ache. And I knew what it was. It was that inflammation that I had pre-carnivore that I always just thought was just normal aches and pains. Inflammation in my foot. The reason I started Carnivore was this gout that wasn't gout. It was just inflammation I had for 18 months in my foot. It was so painful I could barely walk. That went away on Carnivore. That took the longest to go away when I started Carnivore. And it's been gone for, I don't know, 200 days now. Been pain-free in that foot. It came back for the first time. Scared the hell out of me. Why? Why did this happen? I wasn't eating any sugar. I didn't have any sugar. Well, I think it was the seed oils and maybe crappy meat. I don't know. I was eating more chicken than normal, and chicken can be really inflammatory. That was probably part of it. I had limited choices, but I think what it really was the bacon. I've been eating way too much bacon, and in the morning it was like fried eggs, bacon. Well, that was the other thing too. The fried eggs, the first time I just cringed, because you go to the egg station and the guy has the little frying pan. He takes this huge ladle of oil, and you know it's just horrible, low quality seed oils, and pours it in and then cooks the eggs in it. So the first day I said, no, I don't want that oil. What else do you got? I wanted them to do it in butter, and they wouldn't do it in butter. They had this spray stuff, and he put, I just do the minimum. So they put the spray, there's still seed oils in that. So did I stick Carnivore on the cruise? Yes. But I don't look at Carnivore like just eating meat. I only ate meat. I didn't eat carbs. So I stuck to Carnivore that way. I look at Carnivore as the proper human diet, the way humans have eaten since the beginning of time, the way our ancestors ate, the way we were evolved to eat. And we weren't evolved to eat meat with all of these laden seed oils poured all over and saturated into the meat and the pan and the eggs and the bacon. And so did I eat Carnivore? Yes. Did I have the proper human diet? No, not in my opinion. The proper human diet doesn't include all those horrible seed oils. Some of those stay in your body for years and years and years. It scares the heck out of me. I did the best I could with what I had, but around day 4 or something, man, I was trying to put on a happy face for the girls, and I just said, you girls just go have a good day. I literally sat in the cabin. It was a sea day. We didn't have any ports that day. I sat in the cabin all day. I overcame depression with Carnivore diet, and for the first time in 200 plus days, my depression came back, and it came back bad. Really dark place I went to, and just like completely hopeless for that whole day and then into the next day. And thankfully, I've got some really good friends. Shout out Adam, Carnivore Today. Shout out my good buddy Bill Knott. I didn't have internet on the ship. We had a little bit here and there, but I was able to text. And thank God for Bill. I was texting him. I was feeling kind of bad because I was just dumping it on him. But Bill has been through horrible depression. He knows what it's like. I have been through horrible depression, and I felt so, just like I said, isolated on the ship, just being the only one there, and everyone's just eating, and it was just becoming overwhelming. And being able to have someone to talk to like Bill was great. He gave me some really good advice. He's my big brother. He's my best friend. He's my brother from another mother. We've got just a great connection, but it was so nice to be able to talk to him. So a lot of that day I was texting with him and just telling him what was going on, and he gave me some really good advice and encouragement, and it was nice to talk to someone like-minded. So can Carnivores cruise? Well, I've got some good friends, G and Frederick. I know they cruise a lot, and they're just fine. I know Dr. Barry's gone on cruises. Amanda, Carnivorous Me. Lily Kane and her husband went on a cruise for their honeymoon, and they seem to do pretty well. So I think you can do it, but you got to be really careful with the seed oils. I think in retrospect, foolishly, I think the bacon that I was having was just really bad. And bacon is always tricky at home. Bill was telling me just stop eating the bacon. Well, I was already on day 4 of just gorging on bacon because there wasn't a lot else to choose from throughout the day until nighttime when I could get some meat and steak. There wasn't a lot in the morning. The crazy thing was I did an 8-day fast before going on this cruise. In solidarity with my good buddy, Jeff DeProsperous, who's going through stage 4 cancer. He had a big scan coming up. He was going to do an 8-day fast. I said, I'm going to do it with you. I wish, in retrospect, I would have just fasted on the cruise. I didn't want to be a bummer for the girls and the family, and I think I was able to kind of not be a bummer. We had a really good time, and I just let them do what they wanted. I just shut my mouth, and I just have fun, whatever. Just go, do it. Other than the day that I was in the cabin, but even then I said, girls, just go have fun. I just want to relax and chill out. I didn't tell them I'm horribly depressed and worry about me the whole time, but if I'm being truthful, that is what was happening. And Bill, one of the things Bill said was, he said, go in the shower right now, turn it on as cold as you can stand. I did a cold plunge with Jeff in Canada, and then turn it hot, and then turn it cold and turn it hot. It'll get the endorphins, it'll get everything going. I did that, and it really seemed to help. And then I started avoiding the bacon, and then I upped my fat intake. I had a ribeye that night, and I had a whole bunch of butter, and I just butter bomb, fat bomb, and I started feeling better after that.
Let's go for the table. Your table, EMOM is waiting for you.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
We met our waiter the first night. His name was EMOM, and he's from Indonesia, and he knows all of the United States capitals. It was amazing. He said, "Where are you from?" "Wisconsin." "Oh, you know, Wisconsin is one of only 3 states where the capital is named after a former president." And he's like, "Do you know the other 2?" And we just fell in love with this guy, and we ended up, it's freestyle. You can go eat at any restaurant any night. We went to the same restaurant. We said, we want to have EMOM again. We became best friends with EMOM. We exchanged emails and phone numbers and everything with him. We were hugging him at the end. The girls were like almost crying. He had a 16-year-old at home. And I'm sitting here wearing this Healing Humanity shirt. I wore it one day on the cruise, and then I'm looking around and I'm just, we got a lot of work to do. But one of the highlights of the cruise was humans, some of the people that we met on the ship. But in terms of healing humanity, that was another thing. I'm starting to hear these stories from people like Iman. They work 9 months out of the year, 7 days a week. 7 days a week. They don't get 1 day off for 9 months straight. They're away from their family for 9 months. And Imam has a 16-year-old. So I think that's why we connected too, because my triplets are 16. I felt so bad for him. And then I felt bad, like, what am I doing here? I'm supporting this. All of these, there's 1,500, I think, people that are working, and most of them are from overseas, and they're making under minimum wage, working 9 months straight. They're all smiling and happy, but they have to be. That's their job, is to be, oh, morning, morning, washy, washy, happy, happy. That was a little dilemma for me as well. Like, I'm supporting this, but then what? I don't go to the cruise, and then Imam doesn't have a job. So the only choice for Imam, if he's born in the country that he's born in, is to be stuck on a cruise ship for 9 months, working 7 days a week. It's like modern day slave labor all day long, too. The hours he works. He was in the breakfast place, the lunch place, the dinner place. I mean, he's working like 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, 9 months straight. Where's the humanity in that? That is not fair. I hate it when things are not fair, and that is not fair, and I don't know what to do about it.
Wait, change mine. Let's go make his day. I'll go with you. Let's go. Excuse me? For you. Thank you. I appreciate your hard work. Have a great day. He was shocked. He was like this. He was like,
What did you say?
and then his face lit up.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I said thank you. I appreciate your hard work.
Thanks for coming in today. See you for the next one.
No.
I really appreciate you coming in today. I know it's supposed to be your day off.
How was dinner? Delicious.
This is what it looks like. Looks like it's cooked good. Try it.
I think the last cruise, it was like 80 different nationalities.
Emma.
So, yeah, I remember, we had a great cruise.
What?
Where are we?
Mexico.
Thanks.
Good evening.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am supercalifragisticexpialidocious. With the one.
Emma, where are we going?
To get steak.
Louder.
To get steak.
Brazilian Steakhouse. All you can eat meat. Are you hungry? What are you most looking forward to?
I hope they have chicken wrapped around bacon.
Bacon wrapped chicken. Lead the way. You want to hit the casino quick? What'd you get to start?
Bacon, salmon, mozzarella.
Prosciutto. Is it worthy of the hands?
It looks like Las Vegas with the amount of lights on the left
What are you
and
doing?
a ship at night on the right.
I've never seen anyone hold it like that.
12. Let's lock in case number 12.
Again, do it again.
Low, low, low. 25 cents.
Hold it right.
Not bad. Okay.
No, put your other hand back, your left hand back.
Previous offer.
Yes.
Where's this next one going? Or no deal? No deal, we're playing on!
Gary, 7 baht. Gary, how's it, Gary?
Oh,
How are you?
thank you.
Hey. Put 7 baht. 7 baht.
Yeah, go.
How's everyone doing? I miss you for lunch. I didn't see anyone.
Oh yeah, we got there and it's too late.
I see.
we're off the ship now. I got some ribeyes. I got some good quality eggs and some fat. And I'm detoxing. I'm starting to feel better. So I guess in conclusion, I apologize. This one's a little bit all over the board. Can Carnivores Cruise? I know a lot that do, and they seem to be just fine. I think if you have a support system, it's better. I think you gotta avoid the crazy inflammatory seed oils. Everyone's different. Like some people might have been able to eat that bacon every day and not have the issues that I had, or eat the chicken and not have the issues that I had. I know like Michaela Peterson's highly sensitive. She has just a little drop of anything and she could get way messed up. I think I'm more like her. So maybe most people can cruise well. For me, myself, I'm not cruising anymore. I'm done. It was a blessing. I'm thankful. It was fun. The family time was, but I can't manage it. Too much inflammation for me. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll have more to come soon. Ew.